It has been pouring rain all day today, but I think it's finally starting to let up a little bit. So it's time for something new. It's time for the Nike Zoom Pegasus 34 Shield. Now, I've had the Nike Zoom Pegasus 33. This is actually my second pair of these. I think I had 240 miles in these before I got these, which are the Nike Zoom Pegasus 33 all black. I've had 200 miles in these or so. There's still a lot of life left in these. But I also, I ran in these, the Nike Zoom Pegasus 34s all black. And these, after the Chicago Marathon, have about 86 miles left on them. So I've still, between the 33 and the 34, still have a lot of life left in these shoes. But I saw these, the Shield, in the store the other day, and I thought, I just can't wait. Now, I've had the Shield before. Let me see if I have those. All right, I couldn't find the last pair of Nike Zoom Pegasus 33 Shields that I had. Those I ran in all winter. I got those predominantly for running in snow, ice, and slush along the Lakefront Trail. The Lakefront Trail is mostly kind of like concrete and asphalt. And so in the wintertime in Chicago, it gets very wet. It gets very cold and icy. And so that's what I ran in. I ran in it fairly well, although that path is somewhat of a maintained path even in the wintertime. They'll plow parts of it. And so it's not like I'm running through inches of snow and ice. Now, the main difference between the 33 and 34 that I found is that the 34 just seems a little bit more roomy. The 33 seems a little bit more of like a racing shoe compared to the 34. It's a very subtle difference. Basically, the way I kind of split it up is I like the 33 for distances that are like 8 miles and shorter, maybe even 10 miles. Anything longer than about 10 miles, I'm gonna use the 34. So that's how I break it up. The 33 is a little bit of a faster shoe, it seems. The 34 is a little bit more comfortable. A little bit more room in the toe box. It also seems a little bit longer, like there's a little bit more shoe to it. Both of them have a 10 millimeter offset. So I don't know if it's just mental or what, but I'm anticipating that the 34 is gonna be just like the 34 Shield is going to be just like the regular 34 in that it's extra comfortable, but still has all that kind of like Pegasus feel if you're familiar with that shoe. They say it's an all black shoe. It's got that anthracite, I think that's what they call it, the black blue, the same all black that's in this shoe, which is the Zoom Pegasus 34, the first one that came out. This was supposed to be an all black. But if you look really closely at it, there's like a blue underneath there. The same thing happens with this one. They say it's an all black shoe, but this area is clearly like a dark blue. I would call it like a midnight navy almost. But they don't make a true all black one. This is the closest that you're gonna get. The new thing for this year is that they've got like a reflective stripe along the back and more prominent Nike Shield badging. Last year, the only Nike Shield badging they had was like kind of on the tongue. And so it was really a little bit more discreet that you're using like a Shield or a winterized or a weatherized version. Now, this isn't completely watertight. They still say that it's a very breathable shoe, but it is water resistant, has like water repellent material all along the outside and top. It's not cold enough for me to really make any sort of commentary on how well it performs in, like sub-freezing temperatures. The Nike Shield 33s did fantastic, by the way. Until I was in temperatures of about 10 degrees Fahrenheit or less, I didn't really ever feel any discomfort in my feet while running. Other parts of my body, yes. But in my feet, unless it was below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, I was fine. I anticipate that these will be the same. I'll probably have an update video once the weather gets a little bit colder in Chicago. Right now, it's October 13th or something like that, a week after the Chicago Marathon. And this week it's been in like the 60s for the highs and in the low 50s for the lows, like if you wake up early and go running. But today I'm going to test it out. It's still raining quite a bit, everything's gonna be really wet, so I will at least be able to comment on how these shoes hold up in the colder weather. I'm not really concerned about the fit. I've been wearing Nike Zoom Pegasus since the 32. This is probably my 7th or 8th pair of Zoom Pegasus over the different models. So I know this is gonna fit really great right out of the bat, but let's test it out. Let's see how it does in water. And let's go for a quick, I don't know, maybe we'll do like a 7.5 mile run. So let's see how it goes. All right, 2 miles in, things were going great till over by Castaways. This area here, they just repaved all of this. And when they did, I think someone messed up because there's a ton of water and there was no way I could get around it. I had to run through maybe 7 or 8 strides worth of water that was up to my ankles. So a little bit of water has gotten inside the shoe, but other than that, these things are doing great. All right, my feet feel fantastic. They're hot and sweaty, not cold, and not even wet. I don't know if like when I hit the water puddle that time, if it was just because the water made my feet feel cold and I thought they were wet, but they're not wet at all. These shoes are amazing. All right, just hit the turn, 3.6 miles, a little bit under 8 minutes a mile. Now we got a tailwind, so should be nice and easy. Another thing from the website that I read was that they have a sticky rubber on the bottom of these shoes. I don't remember whether or not the marketing material said that for the 33, and I'm not sure that the rubber is sticky or not here, but I can say, anecdotally, yesterday I ran on the 33s that have about 200 miles on them, and I was running by the water, and it was windy, so waves were crashing over the bank wall here, and it was slippery. Really slippery, to the point where I thought I'd either pull a muscle because my leg might slip out from underneath me, or I might fall. But today I feel sure-footed. I don't feel like it's slippery at all. So I don't know if it's mental or maybe just because of the hard rain, it washed whatever film the lake had put up on the pathway here. But either way, I'm feeling very confident in these shoes. All right, just finished the run. 7.6 miles, 7:58 a mile, total of 1 hour, 1 minute running time. Right around mile 7. I was running through some grass. It was really, really wet, and I could see that it was waterlogged. And I stepped in it. It was really waterlogged, and I didn't lose grip or anything, but my feet were squishy from then on out. So not too bad. I mean, these shields, I mean, as far as weather, without going like full Gore-Tex or like those running shoes that have like rubber boots and stuff over them, as far as like a regular road shoe for people that want to run in the winter and sometimes inclement weather, and these are perfect. If you like the Zoom Pegasus, you're gonna love these. I probably ran a little bit faster than I should have for 6 days after the marathon, but anytime I put on a pair of new Zoom Pegasus, just in such a good mood. These are great shoes. I'll do a follow-up video once it gets icy and snowy, either with these or whatever I'm gonna run in next. So stay tuned for that one. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be sure to get the update when that video hits.
Oh, what's going on?